A busy night for police following 3 overnight shootings. You can see on this map here where they happened. One of those shootings involved Indianapolis police. And that is where we start at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dustin Grove.
And I'm Felicia Lawrence. Our Karen Campbell has been following the shooting involving police on the Near East Side that left one man dead. She joins us live to fill us in on this investigation. Karen?
Well, Felicia and Dustin, we are working to learn the name of that man who was shot and killed by police. And we're also working to learn more information about these active warrants that police said this man had. So here is what we know so far about this investigation. We know that it was around 2:30 this morning when Metro Police say they got a call about a woman who walked into a store asking for help, saying that she was assaulted by multiple people. Now, when officers got to the scene, they say they saw a man standing around and they tried to talk to him. Now, one officer believed that man had an active warrant out for his arrest. They say the man refused to speak with police and walked away with his hands in his pockets. One officer reportedly told the man to take his hands out of his pockets or he would be tased. Now, Police Chief Chris Bailey says that when the man ran away, one officer deployed his taser, and that's when an officer-involved shooting happened. Now, that man was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Now, we know detectives tell us that there was a weapon, a gun, found near that man's body at the scene. Also, more information. According to our reporting at 13 News, there have been 18 officer-involved shootings, 10 people killed in 2023. And as of December 19th of 2024, we've learned through our reporting that there have been 16 officer-involved shootings within IMPD. Dustin, Felicia.
All right, Karen reporting. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We will check back in.
Actually, quick question for you, if you don't mind. I'm wondering, do officers have body cameras? Were they rolling? Did they have them on at the time?
Yeah, well, Police Chief Chris Bailey did say that that's going to be a crucial piece of information to lead them to find out what specifically led to the shooting. And yes, they were, in fact, wearing their body-worn cameras, Dustin.
Okay, more answers to come. Thank you.
And today, a Martinsville woman is facing several charges accused of having sex with a 15-year-old boy.
And in court documents, that teen says he believes this woman has had sex with at least 10 others. 31-year-old Brittany Fortenberry faces 3 counts of sexual misconduct with a minor, 1 count of dissemination of matter harmful to minors, and 1 count of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. And
court documents state that a woman went to the Morgan County Prosecutor's Office this past December to report her teenage grandson had sex with Fortenberry. Now, she told investigators her grandson said Fortenberry molested him, sent him naked pictures, and gave him mushrooms before having sex with him.
Detectives said they also spoke with the grandson who told them he didn't want Fortenberry to molest more kids. Fortenberry is also facing charges in another case from August of 2024. She's accused of dissemination of matter harmful to minors and harassment while she was a teacher at Eminence High School in Martinsville. The school district previously released a statement regarding that case. It states on that date, quote, a report was made to the school corporation that an employee, Brittany Fortenberry, had engaged in inappropriate conduct toward 2 students. School administration immediately reported this information to the Indiana Department of Child Services and local law enforcement, end quote. Fortenberry was immediately suspended. We should mention that in court documents, that teen says he believes this woman has had sex with up to 10 others. As the city pushes for a Major League Soccer team, we learned the MLS commissioner is here this week and meeting with Governor Braun. It's not just the city of Indianapolis that would have a hand in this project. State leaders would need to sign off on some sort of financing of a new stadium. During a news conference earlier today, the governor acknowledged meeting with the commissioner and told reporters it's early, but he thinks we ought to figure out how to make this whole thing happen. Take a listen.
We're a great sports town. It's at the very early part of the conversation. I just view it as an opportunity that may not be around if we aren't actively involved.
Our Marion County reporter Lauren Kostick is on this today. She just talked with the mayor, who was at a Pacers game with the MLS commissioner last night. More on that coming up tonight at 5. So for supporters of a major league team here in Indy, this would appear to be a good sign. Again, more to come at 5 o'clock.
And dozens of couples expressing frustration today after fire destroyed their wedding venue.
The sanctuary on Penn went up in flames, you'll remember, back on Christmas Eve. Well, 2 months later, prospective brides, grooms, and family members say the owners are not responding at all.
And Jenny Runovich has been looking into this today and talking with some of those frustrated couples. Jenny,
Yeah.
what are they telling you?
Well, there's more than a dozen of them, and they say it's really not the fire, it's the lack of communication. Those couples extended some grace after the holiday tragedy, understanding the loss of the building, workers' jobs, etc. But they say they still have not heard a thing from the owners recently. The cause of that fire at the Sanctuary on Penn was just ruled undetermined. Couples say now they feel like they're getting burned by the venue's owners. At least 20 couples say they got 1 or 2 generic emails from management right after the fire telling them the owners would be reaching out. Well, now radio silence, no calls, no emails, no messages. It's a money issue too. Some couples are out $10,000, $12,000, $20,000 depending on how far along they were with those monthly deposits.
Just get communication. Here's something back. Some determination, some course of action, just anything.
Honestly, just communication. Obviously, we'd like our money back, but there's no venue for us to get married now.
Now, here is some good news. Most of the couples we talked to do now have new wedding venues and new wedding dates. They say the Indianapolis community has been really helpful with that. But they are still out a lot of cash, and they still have a lot of questions. Want to let you know, we reached out to the owners today, too, by phone, by email, nothing. The phone just immediately goes to, you can't complete this call.
Yeah.
So the frustration, we feel it, too, on behalf of them.
Any recourse?
There is potentially recommended that they file a complaint with the Attorney General's office because that way the Attorney General can investigate. There actually are 2 complaints already, so that's one potential course of action. The other thing is maybe all band together and try a class action lawsuit. That's risky, of course, depending on the judgment, and the contract language says, it could kind of go either way according to some legal experts we talked to, but keep trying to communicate. That's been an exercise in non-patience so far.
No kidding.
That's the biggest thing, is that you want to hear something.
Right. They said even if it's, we're still figuring things out, we need some more time, say that.
You just feel for them because this is
do.
supposed to be one of the biggest days of your life,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they can get some answers.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see. We'll
Thank
keep on it.
All right, thank you, Jenny. And let us talk some weather because, today, really today'd.
Weather perfection is what I believe you called it, Sean.
Yeah.
Oh, who gave you this?
This was just flown in. This is the weather trophy for the best weather in the country right here in central Indiana.
Hey.
Hard to argue with sunshine in 60.
Putting that up on your
Awesome.
trophy shelf?
We're going to put it up there along with all the other stuff. Little League back in the 80s. Still got to shake some of that dust off. Good stuff. Please get out and enjoy because we know we're on borrowed time this time of year, and we will eventually pay the piper. But not this afternoon. I am telling you, it is just beautiful. A few clouds, just that. Low level, not much to them. 60 Indianapolis, 61 Martinsville. Reminding you that our average temperature for highs this time of year is in the middle 40s. So we are definitely living the dream. 62 in Shelbyville, we're above 60. Bloomington and Bedford, look at all of the sunshine. Visible satellite too. That snowpack long gone from Indiana and Illinois here. And we're setting the stage for a beautiful, beautiful evening here. Nice and mild. Got some ice up there on Lake St. Clair just to show you where all the chill is. And there's some ice on that eastern bank of Lake Michigan. All right, that's where the cold stuff is now. We're loving it. Here's your evening planner, clear and mild. A little bit of a west-northwest wind. Now, we're going to be equally as warm tomorrow, but we're throwing in some more cloud cover. We've got some rain and some rumbles of thunder, perhaps. The complete timeline coming up in a few minutes in the 7-day outlook.
All right. See you then, Sean.
You got it.
Thank you. Big changes are coming to a popular Indy park.
Mayor Joe Hogsett was there to help break ground on a $3 million improvement project at Tarkington Park. It will include a new multi-use football and soccer field, a walking path, a new pickleball and tennis courts. Now, the city agreed to name the field after Richard Donald Hamilton, or Coach Nell, who was actually shot and killed back in January.
These new athletic facilities will take on a whole new meaning for our community here in Midtown. The new Richard Coach Nell Hamilton Field, for instance, will honor the legacy of a man who gave so much of himself to our community and this community's young people.
Coach Nell was a founder of the Tarkington Teen Work Crew program, which employs at-risk youth for the summer. Funding for the project comes from an $80 million Lilly Endowment grant to Indy Parks.